Welcome to the Let's Talk About It podcast, the podcast where nothing's off limits, even the things your group chat avoids, with Kat and Carlee. I'm Kat.
And I'm Carlee.
And today, this is our Christmas episode. Thank you for bearing with us. We've been posting. We're trying to figure out a schedule still, so
yes,
we'll get back on track soon.
Which, technically, we only missed a week, which things happen, so. But it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're figuring it out. I just started working, have a different schedule. You have your schedule. We're going to make it work.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. So how was your day, Carlee? What'd you do today?
My day was pretty good. I can't complain. Woke up this morning. I was so glad it was Saturday because I worked Monday through Friday. And I was like, oh, thank gosh. I got to sleep in a little bit. Latte had to go to the vet to get his nails cut and his booty hole squeezed because he needs that often. Yeah. Some dogs have anal gland issues when they get older, and my dog happens to be one of them, so it's annoying. But yeah, so did that. Came back here, ate some breakfast, hung out for a little bit, waited for Julian's mom to get off of work. She got off of work. We took her to a place to go get somebody a gift. I guess I can say what the gift is. Yeah, so we took him to this popcorn place because this episode is not going to be out until after Christmas. Well, yeah, after Christmas. Probably up. We'll say after Christmas. So it's this popcorn place over here that I've been telling you about, but they do like all different flavored popcorns, and they also do like tins. And like the cool thing about the tins is like if you get the tin for the rest of your life, you get 50% off to fill it. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. So I thought, I was like, that's a great gift, especially for someone who loves popcorn, loves trying different kinds of popcorns, whatever. So we got that as a gift for somebody. And then we were supposed to go help his mom food shopping, but then we went to the buffet to eat because we were all hungry by the time she came out of work. So yeah, so then we did that. Food was amazing, as always. There's a really good buffet down here by me. So next time you come, we definitely have to go there.
Yeah.
What else did we do? Went over to her house for a little bit, hung out for a little bit. I also made some toddler-friendly banana bread muffins for my niece, for her to enjoy. No sugar in them whatsoever. It literally is just banana, egg, flour, baking powder, and cinnamon.
Oh.
So not good for an adult. But Julian's mom tried one and was like, these need sugar. And I'm like, yeah, well, they're not for you. So I was like, they're not for you, they're for the baby. Anyway, yeah, so did that, and then I came home and wrapped everyone's gifts. How about you? What'd you do today?
Sounds like you had a productive day.
Yeah, I did a lot.
My day was all right. Got woken up by my kids, normal for a Saturday. Then I just did my normal, made them breakfast, did all that. Went to Walmart. Walmart was literally crazy because, it's the Saturday before Christmas. So everybody and their mother was out.
Last minute shopping.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was just trying to get stuff to make my buffalo dip and my brownie cookies. And then a couple other things. Then my kids was acting up in the store. They wanted a hat. So I got them each a freaking baseball cap, Then they wanted a toy. Then they were arguing with me about the price of the toy. And I'm sitting here like, yo, Santa's coming in less than a week. You guys need to relax. You're going to get toys. Mm-hmm. Then I came home and I cleaned up a little bit. Watched a movie with Alaric, kind of, and while I was editing our last episode, kind of, And then cuddled with Alaric for a little bit and then made dinner. And here I am now. I was wrapping some gifts before this, but, Alaric was napping for quite some time, so he's still awake. It's 12:07 in the morning. Okay. That's my youngest right there. But yeah. Other than that, my day was huge.
Yeah. Well, at least you're off tomorrow, which you normally aren't. So that's good. At least you get a 3-day weekend, and then you only work, 3 days?
2.
No, 2. Yeah. Look at you. Must be nice. I work 3. No. Oh, yeah. I guess it's not too bad. I mean, I work 3. I get out early on Christmas Eve, which is nice. And then the day after Christmas, I start my phone training for my job.
Nice. That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm just so nervous. I don't want to deal with it, but no, I'm just scared. Like, I don't want someone to yell at me, and I know it's going to happen.
You can't avoid that.
It is what it is, right? But yeah, so, all right, well, this episode is going to be our Christmas special
Yes.
from Magic to Mayhem, the Holiday Glowdown. That is a beautiful episode title. So to start off this episode, start off this segment, we're going to open with Christmas nostalgia. So what do you think felt the most magical for you as a kid growing up? Like during Christmas, obviously, around Christmas time.
You know, being around my family and obviously getting gifts, because like what kid doesn't like gifts?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just believing in Santa.
Yeah.
What about you?
I definitely think the most magical thing was believing in Santa. And like, I remember my grandma, now that I think about it, I wish I still had these letters. She probably threw them away, but I remember making cookies for Santa. And obviously, like, her and Johnny would be the ones eating the cookies. But waking up in the morning and then, like, there being a note next to the cookies that she would write. Yeah, she did that for a while. And, like, I remember that specifically. And I also remember there was a time I think I was being bad or something. And then Santa wrote me a letter about being bad and I was going to get coal in my stocking. And I think I got coal or, like, the fake candy coal that year or something in my stomach. It was so funny, I'm telling you. But I think she gave me other stuff too, but it was funny. But yeah, and then I also remember like sometimes I feel like I don't know, I feel like I have this memory of like carrots for the reindeer outside, like I don't know. And then I swear I have this memory as a kid of hearing like jingle bells, and I don't know if that was them or if I was imagining shit.
You're delusional.
Yeah. But I'm the one who found out Santa wasn't real by myself because I snuck out my room and saw them putting the presents.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
And did you say something?
No.
How disappointed were you?
I was very upset. And then I went and when my sisters had lived next door because they're younger than me at one point, I went and I told them that Santa was.
Why are you such an ass? Don't take the magic from kids.
I got yelled at for that, don't worry, but it's because I was devastated. I wanted them to be devastated too. But yeah. That was probably the most magical for me, I would say.
You know, I had to stop believing in Santa very early because my parents, you know, split up and was not magical anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's, you know, unfortunate because.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to, like, talk bad about anybody, but, like, my mom, she really tried with what she had and what she could do, you know what I mean? But, like, we weren't getting many gifts.
Yeah.
And it's understandable. She was a single mom, not making a lot of money.
Yeah. And at least, I mean, something's better than, I guess, nothing, right? I mean, be grateful for what it is.
Yeah, I remember the one year I really wanted a PlayStation. I think PlayStation 3. I wanted it so fucking bad, Carlee. I wanted it so bad. My mom got me the PS3. Like, and it was under the tree. Like, that was my only gift, but, like, damn.
I mean,
like,
hey.
you know, she got me my fucking PlayStation.
Yeah.
I gotta give her a lot of credit for that, like, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's like too with my grandma. Like, she always, like, Christmas was her favorite time of the year. So she probably started Christmas shopping in like the summertime. Or the spring even. Like, honestly, maybe even right after Christmas. She was Christmas shopping. You know, she loved to buy presents for people. And the funny thing is, like, we joke around now because, like, sometimes, like, my grandma would give gifts that, like my uncle every year, she would buy him a pair of slippers and pajama pants. Every year. Like, every year, you know? That was just something, you know, she's like one of those people who's like, once she finds something that, like, she likes to buy for you, you're probably gonna get it every year.
Hey, man.
But, you know, growing up, it was just, you know, Christmas time. Like, like I said, my grandma really, really loved. So it was a really special time as a kid. And I mean, I wanted an iPod one year when the iPods first came out, the touchscreen one.
Yep.
And I begged her, and then you know, she got it for me, and I was like, can I please open it? Like, the day before Christmas. And I begged her, and she let me. And I was so happy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and they were expensive, you know, especially, like, for my grandma, too. Like, she wasn't working, you know, so her income wasn't anything great. But I'll tell you, you know, she definitely made things happen too, along with Johnny. You know what I mean? Like, he always made sure he got me what I wanted.
Yeah, that's really
I'm just
good. I
grateful for
know
him.
back then though we had layaway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I could use,
Yes, and
but
that's what Johnny and my grandma would use all the time too. Yeah.
I know my mom did that too. But like I remember, I don't know if it was for Christmas or back to school. I remember my mom. I think I told you the story, like having stuff on layaway, like clothes and shoes and stuff for us, and then like when she paid it and we got it, like by the time we got it, the shoes were too small for my feet.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't have the heart to tell her. Like I was young in, elementary school and I already knew it was hard for her. So you know what I mean? Like cuz I had to grow up really really fast. And honestly, I still wore them. It's all right. I wanted them so fucking bad. It was like Mary Kate and
Yeah.
Ashley back then or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Their line,
Yeah. I think I remember that. Ashley Tisdale.
something like that. Yeah. We did there was a Miley Cyrus line and I used to wear the
Yeah.
shit out of
But
Miley
that was
Cyrus.
like middle school.
It was.
Yeah. I
She had some
remember
nice clothes though.
she did.
Anyway.
Good. Yeah, I just always really remember being so super excited, open gifts, and my grandma just loved sitting there watching us open gifts. So, yeah, it was nice. Nice time. Growing up for me as a kid anyway, for Christmas. I can definitely say that was a better time in my life. But it also was different, it was harder too sometimes because, like I said, it was my grandma and Johnny raising me. So, you hear a lot of kids like you go back to school and they're like, yeah, my mom and dad did this and my mom and dad bought me this and my mom and dad bought me this. And I'm just like, well, my grandma and Johnny. And people are like, who's Johnny? So I probably said that before, but it just is like
He said, "Who's Johnny?"
it's happened to me my whole life. People are like, "Who's Johnny?" And I'm like,
My
"Well,
grandpa.
yeah, yeah." I'm like, he's like my dad, grandpa, my grandpa dad. So,
Yeah, I think I said like before. I've never asked you who Johnny was. I just was like, "Oh, it's Johnny."
yeah, yeah. I don't think you ever did. I don't think
Nope.
you ever did.
I was just like, "All right, that's Johnny. He's your grandpa."
Yeah, yeah. Because most people think like, oh, they're together, like your grandma and Johnny, and I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
no.
they used to. I have pictures, but no. Yeah. So, how was Christmas break for you? Like, how excited were you about that?
I was excited about it because I didn't have to do school. Didn't have to worry about getting up. Just staying home, chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Also, depending on whose house I was at.
Yeah.
Also, because
So for Christmas break, like, would you like? Did it change every year? Because like,
it just so literally it's so confusing. So for the longest time, my dad had a lot of control over my mom, even when they weren't together. And I'm not trying to be like rude or say anybody's business, but he was like, I'm not a weekend parent. My mom worked overnight, so like we only saw my mom, like we were only stayed at her house at night, like every other weekend. So sometimes it would just be like we were at my dad's a lot, and then like eventually it turned into like every 2 days. So it depended, you know what I mean? Like so like sometimes half of the break it would be with my dad, and then the other half would be with my mom. So whoever's day Christmas fell on, we were there. And my dad was not, because he's a piece of shit. He was not one of those like I'm sharing the holiday. Like they're with me, I'm having them. It
yeah,
didn't matter if it was Thanksgiving, New Year's, and Christmas. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He did not give a shit. Even if it was Mother's Day, like he did not care.
yeah, that's so mean.
Hmm.
That's not fair to your mom. And now I'm sure you see that as a parent, like that's fucked up. Like
Yeah,
imagine how she felt. Not saying, obviously it's just that's just not right.
yeah. It had to be hard, but what can you do?
When you're dealing with somebody like that,
Yeah,
only a little bit that you can do.
yeah.
I loved Christmas break because normally it snowed by us
Yep.
and big snowstorms.
Hmm.
Hopefully the power didn't go out.
Whoops.
Yeah, and we would go like sledding and stuff with the neighbors and stuff. So that was fun. And we would also get on the back of it's gonna sound really hillbilly because it is. But the one person, I'm not gonna name names because I don't associate with those people anymore. Their dad would drive around his truck, but attach a string with a sled on it on the ice on the icy road. Because I lived on a dirt road, so nobody was coming back there. And he would fling us around in the sled on the icy road, man, like going like 50 down that dirt road. It was so fun, though.
I bet it was.
And we would get flung off that fucker, be like road burn, like rash. We were all bundled up, but like sometimes if it flung you the right way, that shit hurt.
But it was still fun because you're a kid, you don't care about that stuff.
Yeah, no, it was so, so, so fun. Those moments were great. But yeah, and then normally for Christmas break too, like my grandma would normally we would stay. Typically, I remember staying like at our house for Christmas, but then the day after Christmas, we would go to my aunt's.
Okay.
And then we would stay at my aunt's until after New Year.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would go home because I, have to go back for school. So we would stay at my aunt's for like, I can't remember. I don't know. Maybe a week or less than a week, maybe.
Well, that's good though, to have time with your family.
Yeah. So we did that for a long time. I mean, I don't want to say every year because like I honestly can't remember if it was every year, but it kind of feels like it was every year. Until maybe I got a little bit older and my grandma really couldn't do the drive anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like me, like I was driving. So I would make sure like as soon as I was driving, I would go visit them when I could.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
What is one childhood memory that lives rent-free in your head from like Christmas time? Like, what do you always think about?
What do I always think about? I just always think about probably begging her to open that iPod and her finally letting me. And I just always think about, like I said, like decorating the tree, and like my grandma like had so many ornaments and so many decorations, and the house was just Christmas. Like we would decorate the railing, we would put up the stockings, we would like when I got older I would play Christmas music, and like and then Madison was like helping decorate the tree, and like my grandma typically always had angels go up. Every now and again we'd put a star, but typically it was always angels on top of the tree.
I think my mom had an angel too.
Yeah, and like the angels my grandma had were so beautiful. Like I loved all of them. They were so beautiful. And like, yeah, I think that's just, it's not a memory, it's memories, I guess, but
yeah,
that's really just like making pineapple upside down cake, and like, just like I'm telling you, Christmas. And it's hard now that she's not here, like but I think of those moments and I'm like, I'm just so grateful that I at least had that growing up around Christmas time.
Yeah.
So, how about you?
Well, I have a few. So when it comes to decorating the tree, every year that I decorate the tree with my kids, I have a memory of my mom being a complete asshole. Because she was an anal little thing. We would decorate her spinning fucking tree, and if we would drop an ornament, we would get yelled at because they would break.
Mm-hmm. The glass ornaments.
Yes, but I'm sitting here like as an adult, and like my kids, like literally when we were decorating the tree this year, they dropped like 4 or 5 and broke them. One of them was mine. Like I didn't yell at them.
Yeah.
And I'm just like sitting there like it was an accident. So like, why did I always get yelled at for that? But whatever, not to be depressed. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, you like your ornaments, you like your tree the way you like it. Yeah. But like I know that she would let us like decorate it, but then she would start moving them.
Yeah. She's like, that's not where I want it. Yeah, my grandma would always tell us where to put it too. She'd be like, put it here, put it here, put it here, put it here.
Mm-hmm. Another memory that lives like rent free every time I think of Christmas. This one Christmas I was really fucking sick with like the stomach bug, and I didn't want Santa to not visit the house, and I threw up all over my bed. And I laid in the spot that I didn't throw up in because I wanted Santa to come so fucking bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then when it was time to get up, my parents were like, what in the hell? Because my parents were still together at that time. It was a really bad Christmas because I was just so sick. I don't know. And then my dad, every time I would open a gift, I would have to throw up. So my dad would like run into the bathroom with me and hold my hair and rub my back while I was throwing up.
Yeah.
But that was about it. Like, that was the only time, honestly, that I was ever taken care of when I was sick. A, and B, that I had gotten sick like that at Christmas. Like, that was so bad, Carlee. Like, I literally was like, Santa's not going to come if I'm awake, and I'm sitting here throwing up, and I can't wake up my parents.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know, not to change subjects.
That's okay.
I have this memory too that the day after Christmas, like I said, us driving to my aunt's and it was a snowstorm and my grandma was like, we're still going. And we went in the minivan that my grandma had at the time. And you know, like, because we lived on at the hill. So going down that hill was really dangerous when it snowed. She was going down the hill. We hit black ice. The car just went bam right into a tree. And my grandma was like, oh, you know, put her hand out in front of me because I'm in the passenger seat. And we had just put these new, like, seatbelt things on. Like, seatbelt, like, protector thing. Like, I don't know what it is. But we had just put them on because I remember her getting them. And I was bruised so bad from the seatbelt because the seatbelt, you know, locked. And that shit jerked, you know, because we bam right into the tree. Because you're going downhill. So we had to have been going at least 30 or 40.
Yeah.
And my grandma, she reversed out of that bitch. She kept going. She lost, I think, like the front bumper or whatever.
Shut the fuck up.
And I can't remember if she left it or if she put it in the trunk. But we kept going. And come to find out, they were like, yeah, like, you, like, totaled the car, technically. Like, the car should be totaled. So she had to get a whole new... And she drove 2.5 hours in a snowstorm after hitting a tree just to go visit my aunt.
That is actually hilarious. Your grandma is a different breed right there.
Yeah, that time, that was fun. It was scary because obviously, like, you know, it was a car accident, technically, but...
You reversed on out of there.
Thank God nobody was really hurt, but... I just am like, what in the world was this woman thinking? Like, I just wonder. Sometimes I just wonder. But, you know, yeah, girl, parents are weird. Anyway, compared to being a kid and an adult now, so when you, like, waking up as a kid, like, how did it feel? Like, did you prefer, like, waking up as a kid, like, getting the gifts, or do you prefer waking up as an adult giving the gifts?
I like to be the gift giver. I like to see everybody open their gifts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gift giving too.
Makes me happy when people like what they get.
Me too.
And sometimes I'm a bad gift giver, though, because I can't wait to give it to them.
And you're like, you want to know what you got?
Yeah, I did that the other day. I was like, do you want your Christmas gift now? And they were like, no. And I was like, are you sure? And then they were like, okay. And I'm like, all right. I grabbed it from underneath my bed and I was like, here, open it.
You're the worst.
I know. I can't help it, though. I get excited. It's not the only thing they got, though, so I only gave them one of their gifts.
I'm dead. So, waking up as a kid, you would get toys and cookies or breakfast or whatever, depending on your parent.
Mm-hmm.
And waking up as an adult, half the time we're cleaning, cooking, hosting.
Doing everything.
Doing it all.
Doing it all.
Tired from wrapping the night before if you're a parent. Living on coffee, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Living on zero.
Riding
on E.
Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are the longest fucking days of the year.
Yeah, no, I can only imagine, especially having kids.
Yeah, but it's so fun, though.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I think
it's one of those moments where it's like, as a parent, you want to make it magical. Maybe not every parent, but I hope most, at least.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah. That you want to make it magical for your kid. At least as magical as you can, in a sense. So, and then as a kid, we believe in Santa, but as adults, we pretend to believe in Santa for those kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that it's just funny, like, how it's become such a thing, like, you have to pretend to believe in Santa, like, so that way you don't ruin it for all the kids and da-da-da-da, you know what I mean? Or, you know, I just think it's something, like, it's so universal that, and again, not everybody celebrates Christmas.
Yeah.
So happy holidays to all who don't, but we celebrate Christmas, so that's why we're talking about Christmas. But I just think Santa, like, the whole background behind it, like Saint Nick and all that, like, I just think it's funny how long it's gone on.
Where the hell did it come from, though?
Truthfully, girl, I'm not even gonna make up where I think the origin is from. I think it comes from Europe.
Okay.
I don't know. I want to say it's German, but I'm probably wrong. So don't quote me on that.
Okay.
Nobody quote me on that, because I know it has something to do with, like, Saint Nick and this and that, but I feel like it's also, like, a religion thing, because, like, you know, they have, you know, what is it, Jesus was born on Christmas or somebody.
Couldn't fucking tell you.
You're asking the wrong people. But anyway, something like that. Yeah, so I don't know. Whoever wants to look that up and tell us or give us some, school us in some facts, that'd be great because,
We don't mean any disrespect. We just don't know.
yeah, I'm not going to sit here and butcher it and pretend like I do. So waking up as a kid, you're also playing around with like your cousins or your family. If you wake up around other siblings. And then as an adult, we try to kind of like avoid drama.
Yeah.
Some
There's
of
always family drama.
Some of us, anyway.
There's always family drama, girl. I mean, at least in what I used to have to deal with.
Girl, me too. Don't worry. Me too. Me too.
So, like, what kind of traditions that would you like to start with your family or keep going that you have from your family? Like, what are something that when you have your own family?
I think I would want to keep the tradition of like what my grandma did. She would like let us pick like on Christmas Eve we can open one gift. And sometimes if my stocking was done, she would let me have my stocking if I asked. Because sometimes I like the stocking more than I liked opening my gifts.
Really?
Yeah, because my grandma put a whole bunch of good stuff in there, like candy and bracelets and this and that. Like she'd put random, you know what I mean? She was one of those stocking people.
I never had a stocking growing up.
Really?
Only at my grandma's house. Like my grandma, like my mom's mom, like she always had stockings. Like everybody had a fucking stocking. If you had a boyfriend or a girlfriend, they had a stocking. Like my grandma did not exclude anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, no, stockings were big. My grandma always stuffed our stockings. Always.
Yeah, I do that for my kids.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's too much stuff and it doesn't fit, but it's okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm worried about is going to happen this year for them at Carmen's house because I actually got a lot of stuff. I might have to actually wrap more than I want.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? But what about you?
Well, I want to keep the, visiting your family on Christmas Eve and making sure you see them so you can spend Christmas with just your main family members, your brothers, your sisters, like my kids and me and their dad and everything like that. Something that I'm starting because like I didn't do it growing up is like the milk and cookies. Like I've started that since CJ was little. He baked some cookies, leave it out for Santa, put a little bit of milk. That's about it. I did try the Elf on the Shelf thing. Nah.
Do they like it?
Not for me, bro. I would not. What is little bastard gonna do today? Like, I don't know.
Kids like it though?
They didn't really. They did like it, but like sometimes I forget to move it. So they would be like, "Is he good?" And I'm like, "Maybe he's just really tired from the chaos he caused the other day." Like, I don't know. But like they haven't asked about it. I don't know. So
that's like when my aunt showed us well, did you watch that video? Elle had me crying. She's like, "Oh no, Christmas is ruined." The elf opened one of Elle's Christmas gifts, so she said Christmas is ruined. Like, because Elle touched the elf and she wasn't supposed to. So
yeah.
But the elf was being naughty and opened the gift.
What are some things that you appreciate now? Something that you didn't really notice when we were kids?
Probably the effort that it took, like really, seriously. Because as a kid, you don't really think about that stuff, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But as an adult, you realize, like, wow, this must have been the most stressful time of the year for you, because it is for me. Yeah. What about you?
I would say basically the same, like I just appreciate, it all, especially, coming from our situations, like we didn't grow up with a lot of money, so. Mm-hmm. I didn't really notice that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I just was like, this is what I want, and I want it. So.
Like most kids, anyway. Most kids are like that.
Yeah, like, like, why didn't Santa get me this off my list? But, like, I don't know. Like, it must have been really hard, because I know it's hard for me. Mm-hmm. I have 3 kids, and I struggle. I'm just like, am I going to be able to afford Christmas? But, every year I make it work. So, like, I really didn't notice how much work it took for my mom to try to do what she could do. Mm-hmm. But like I said, when we were kids, we didn't believe in Santa from a very young age because of the whole situation. So we knew that she had to work her ass off.
You got the gifts.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that kind of makes you appreciate it a little bit more.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah, it's a lot. I hate Christmas time for that. Like just the stress of...
Yeah. I just wish it wasn't so stressful in that aspect.
Yeah, and sometimes I don't know what to get people.
Literally same.
It's hard.
So let's end this on a fun note. We're going to play a little game. Basically, would you rather?
I don't know why I did it like that.
What'd you say?
I don't know why it's like that. Like it looks like the heading. That's why you were asking me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I don't know why. I didn't notice that before. I would have fixed it. Sorry.
So would you rather a real tree or a fake tree?
I like a real tree because I like the smell of it. I just don't like the mess. What about you?
Honestly, I only ever had a real tree once, and then when I lived with you, I think I kind of prefer a fake one. Only because...
It's easier. Especially if you get a pre-lit one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Only because... And then plus you can keep it every year, and you don't have to buy a tree every year.
Yeah. I just like to get the real one because my kids love to pick it out.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah. And that's something, like, that's a great tradition.
Yeah. That's one of my traditions, too, is the real tree thing. Because when I was growing up, my mom had her little fancy... I'm telling you, my mom's tree spun, okay?
Hey, that sounds fancy to me.
It was.
We didn't have anything like that. Your turn.
Okay, so do you prefer eggnog or hot chocolate?
I've never had eggnog, so I'm going to say hot chocolate.
Yeah, no.
Hot chocolate all the way, just because I love hot chocolate.
I like hot chocolate too, but not like that. It's too much sugar, makes my stomach hurt. But
mint hot chocolate.
Eggnog?
I've never had it, I don't think. Like, honestly, I don't think. Matching pajamas, is that cute or cringe?
I think it's so cute. I like to match pajamas. My boys have matching, so.
I think it's cute. I like it. I want to match every year with Julian, but then we forget.
How do you forget? That's like, as soon as the fucking Christmas stuff comes out, I'm like, we gotta get matching pajamas. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, we always forget.
This year I just didn't get matching pajamas with my kids. I just got them.
Matching.
There.
Mm-hmm. No, that's all right. Your turn.
Okay, so would you rather Home Alone movies or the Grinch movies?
The Grinch.
Thank you. I fucking hate Home Alone.
Listen, I think it also depends on your generation. I feel like our generation mostly is going to pick the Grinch.
Yeah, I mean, I hate Home Alone. I know that at my dad's house on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, he would always have the Home Alone movies playing and the Christmas Story. I think that's what it's called.
The story, yeah.
I fucking hate it all. I hate it all. I think it's because
that's your dad's generation. That's his generation.
This Story movie is terrible. It's like narrated or some shit, I think. Fucking stupid.
But, you know what is a good older Christmas movie? Gremlins.
Yes.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
That movie is such a good movie. I was actually just starting to rewatch it on Hulu.
Really?
Yeah, you should watch it. I'm going to finish it probably tomorrow. But do you like to wrap gifts or use gift bags?
I rather wrap the gifts because people like to open the gifts, but I would honestly prefer just putting everything in a fucking gift bag. What about you?
Same. Same. I hate wrapping,
mm-hmm.
but I understand you want to like rip open your gift.
Yeah.
I'm stuck every year wrapping.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
Well, what are your Christmas plans since we're coming to an end of this episode?
Christmas plans is pretty much going over to Julian's mom's house to celebrate Christmas with friends and family and open gifts, and we're gonna have dinner there. How about you?
I'm going down to my sister's house to see my family, and we're doing White Elephant, stuff like that.
That'll be
having dinner there, everything. So I'm excited to see my family.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah,
that'll be fun. Well, I hope everyone had a happy holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And whether you celebrate Christmas or not, I hope everyone enjoys their time with their family that they get to have. And always be grateful for things that you receive. It's not about getting, it's about quality time, right? It's about spending time with loved ones is really what Christmas and the holidays should be about.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything else you want to add?
No, I think that's it. I think that was a good episode.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thank you guys for bearing with us. We will get back on track. We promise. Just keep sticking around. Things will continue to get better. But that's all we have for now. And thank you for watching the Let's Talk About It podcast with Kat and Carlee. I'm Carlee.
And I'm Kat.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.